How are you?
In a fleece.
Well, come on down.
It's fall here. You know that. It's beautiful. The leaves are turning, and it's officially 50 degrees, but it's beautiful. It's sweatshirt weather.
Come on down. I know a whole lot of people that would love to see you.
Oh, thank you. You know, it may be time for that kind of travel again, so thank you for the invite. Who else would like to say hello?
Mark Harris from Phoenix.
Welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good. Everybody doing well? Does anybody want to start off tonight's call with any of their testimonies, experiences, questions before we really get started? I'd love to hear it.
I would.
Sure, jump in. This is a layup for question. You both can. Whoever wants to go first.
Alea can go first. This is Nina. Go ahead, Alea.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to mention that I finally figured out what was wrong with me. I was having severe hives from mosquito bites. I was totally poisoned. And I even sent Dr. Dees a picture. And she said, "You're allergic." And I figured out what was going on. I had recently moved, and funds were a bit short, so I didn't order my Sunrider for about 2 months. And I ran out of Fortune Delight and Fibertone. I finally put it together and got my Fortune Delight and my Fibertone, and guess what? No more hives.
Amazing! Look at that.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool. That concept of nourishing your body like that, and look at what it did for you. That's fantastic. It was the Fortune Delight and the Fibertone. So, wow, that's a great combination. Wow.
Yep. Free Fibertone, either first thing in the morning on an empty stomach or last thing at night on an empty stomach. And then at minimum of 3 Fortunes a day.
A little bit more makes a difference. We sometimes need a little bit more nourishment. For all of you, right? And there are a lot of us who have hives for all different reasons. What a wonderful testimony of how she nourished her body, and look what it did for her. That's a great combination, a great testimony. Thank you. I'm glad they're better. I'm very glad. Who else? Nina, jump in.
Hi. This is from several weeks ago. I wanted to follow up. I added the Sunbright bleach with some water out of my, whatever this thing is, my washing machine, and it bleached just fine, and I love it. So that is the way to do it when you can't use powdered bleach. Add some water, make a little soup, and then just use it.
Say it one more time, because there are people that definitely will benefit from this.
Okay, I have a little barking dog, so I'm going to try again. I added some Sunbright bleach powder to some water, made a little bit of a soup, and not too much, and added it to my Kenmore Connect front-loading machine, which doesn't take liquid, doesn't take powdered bleach. So when you mix it with the water, the liquid bleach, and it does a lovely job. So there you go. It works.
Yay! Look and see, this is why we share. This is why you have to tell your stories to each other. That's a big question, Nina. People have all the time. What do I do if I cannot use the Sunbright bleach? And there you go. Just mix it with some water, guys. If your machine does not take powder, and it's done, right? And it works. The goal here, everybody, of our Tuesday night call is really for you to share exactly what just happened. that all of our experiences may be different and unique, but we all benefit. And you will be out there sharing with whether it's friends, family, coworkers, and you will remember one of these little testimonies, and they will make a really big difference in someone's life. So even if I share with you some basic facts or my experience may not connect with you, but I promise you, Nina's experience with the Sunbright bleach, converting it from powder to liquid, I know because I'm looking at your text. Everyone just said that was so obvious and I never did it. Right?
Well, wait.
Or hives.
Well, Karen, if I could just add, it was you
Sure.
who suggested that, and it was such a logical thing to do. So I have to thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Sometimes, so we all need each other, right? Because sometimes we cannot see the forest for the trees. So a little water, diluted, it's all good. So guys, that's what our Tuesday night call is about. It's about utilizing each other and talking about our Sunrider products, whether it's the skincare, the foods, or our household products that allow for us all to be healthier, have a better quality of life. And I love because there are so many uses for each product, and most of the time we only know 2 or 3, but everybody knows 2 or 3 and can really add to our list so that we can, I think, use them more effectively and efficiently in our lives and share that. So guys, if you want to start 6, it'll mute you. And then you can start, yes?
Can I ask a real quick question? This is Alea
Sure.
again.
Yeah, sure, Leah.
I have a downline gal who's having severe female issues with cysts and bleeding, and they're basically saying the only thing she can really do is get a hysterectomy, and she doesn't want to do that. She's only 41 years old.
So I'll cover a little bit of it tonight, okay? And everyone can jump in, okay? I promise, because that's a hot topic. And that's a hot topic. So I will definitely cover a little bit of it, and then we can make it a full-fledged conversation next time if you'd like. Guys, so star 6, it'll mute you, or just hit your mute button. And that way thank you, Matt, can record if you'd like. And also, remember, this is an interactive call. So if you have questions, you have thoughts, comments, testimonies, jump in, all right? I am Dr. Karen Spencer Dees. My background is in the field of nutrition. My doctorate's in nutrition, biology. I have been in this field now for over 25 years in private practice at Stanford. My specialty was in the endocrine system, still is. So I have great knowledge of hormones. I have been utilizing and using these Sunrider foods since I was in college and had my own health challenges, and then built a business to afford the products, like a lot of us did, and loved it and shared it, and have only utilized this company with my clients and my patients for over 25 years. I've looked at most all companies, and I come back to this. This is absolutely the best, and one of the, I think, keys that I always challenge everybody, whether it's me as a mom with my mom hat on, right, raising my 4 children, or putting on the doctor professor hat and working with clients, or whomever it may be, I always say the same thing, which is being a smart consumer is the key. We all know our own bodies best, and we know what feels good, and we know what does not. And the first thing I always challenge everybody, even my own children, is if you're utilizing products from other companies, and even on paper, if they tell you they are supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't feel good, stop. Be a smart consumer. Think, how does my body feel? How am I connected, right, to how this food or how this supplement is feeding me, and or how it's not? The reason I come back to Sunrider over and over again is because it's food. And so I never have to worry whether it was feeding my babies or it's giving this to my elderly parents. I never have to worry. The concept is really spectacular. It means that we can feed our bodies what we call whole food nourishment. The concept of picking the orange off the tree at its peak of nutrition and eating it. And what Sunrider has done is they've kept the synergy or the structure of that orange intact. So even though you may see it as a powder or a capsule or as a liquid, the structure of it is still in its whole food state, just as the orange, as if you picked it off the tree. What else they've done is concentrated it. They've taken the nutrition of 10 oranges and sprayed dry that back to one orange, and you eat the one orange. So your body can digest, right? That one orange, the fibers in it, the nutrition in it, but it's concentrated. So you actually get the nutrition of 10 oranges without having to digest so much of the bulk. And because of that, the body can use it immediately for the words we all say every week: repair, recovery, and Sunrider's really significant contribution, regeneration, which means if you give the body enough nutrition in a whole food state that it can digest, absorb, and utilize, then the body will do something spectacular. It will regenerate. It will turn back the clock, or it will turn the clock forward to a younger you, right? To where, when I say younger, yes, in appearance, but that the cells of your body are healthier. They're younger. They're made new. So the skin looks more supple. The organs work more effectively and efficiently. The systems of your body work more efficiently. That's what regeneration is about. That we can take from this moment, wherever we're at, give our bodies the best possible nutrition in a concentrated form, and allow the body to repair, renew, and regenerate itself to a better you. So you have a better future and a healthier present. Now, with that said, as a smart consumer, there's also this piece that I have always believed very strongly in, and that's eating all the colors, right? We eat all the vegetables, not a carrot. Life is not just a carrot. And what Sunrider has done is they've put the correct combination of all, if you think of them as vegetables, they've put the correct combination of all the colors of the rainbow, all of the different colors and different colors for reasons, whether it's a green bean, a red bean, a black bean, to feed different organs and different systems. But they put them together specifically for each system and each organ of your body. And there's really no way for us to compare anything else, unless, honestly, as a lot of us have tried, unless we really were able to eat the perfect diet every single day with the best quality. And that's not really a reality. And what this has done is given everybody a very convenient way to get the best quality nutrition in a concentrated form in the correct combination to feed all your systems. Every age group can eat this. Every age group can use this. And therefore, by getting that kind of nutrition, everybody gets a very different, right, better future because of that word, regeneration. Now, I, as a smart consumer, forget about putting on a doctor hat or a professor hat. I am a consumer. I go shopping. I know that I look at quality of food. I want to know who grew it, where it was grown, how it was grown. I'm picky. I raise kids. Doctors Chen and their family are as picky as the rest of us are. And their education is really important, their knowledge base. Because when I look at a supplement company or I look at a food company, I want to know that the people at the top have a vested interest in supplements, nutrition, and food, right? Not in something else. And so you've got a combination of herbologist, right? Pharmacologist, Western medical doctors. You have every version, which I think is really important, of understanding biology, anatomy in this family. And they also have something very unique, Dr. Teifu Chen. Dr. Teifu Chen, who, if you take a look at Sunrider's website or you look at a catalog, you will see he truly is the founding father of Sunrider. He was, like a lot of us, not well as a child. He was malnourished. You can read his story. His mom could not nourish him. They didn't have that kind of funding, and his grandfather would go into the forest and pick different herbs. He had an understanding of herbology and feed Teifu. And the original formula of New Plus is actually the formula that his grandfather created for him to help him begin to grow as a child and get the nutrition he needed so that his body started to function properly and his health started to recover. And he kept that formula. And so everything that we have with Sunrider is truly based on one little boy's experience of being sick and a grandfather who loved him and gave him the correct combination of herbs. And the rest of us are blessed because of that. So I always want you to know the history of how something comes to be. As a consumer, I like to know that because it tells me they have a vested interest in our lives and a passion, right, for this company. So with that said, I'm going to jump right on in and just share with you from one of Sunrider's many catalogs that I think is really just states it all. And Sunrider states who we are. We're a world-class company that creates the finest herb-based products. Our purpose is to nourish the world because it nourished, right? Dr. Teifu Chen's grandfather nourished him. To nourish the world and to inspire a life for you of balance, authenticity, and well-being. Our vision is to foster a culture of opportunity so that people anywhere can feel empowered to challenge conventions, push beyond your own boundaries, pave your own path to success and to health. We believe that investing in the holistic well-being of you, of people, allows you to live out your best life. Because of this, we're committed to empowering personal and professional prosperity while also supporting your healthy living. So you can see this is not just another product or another company. And for someone like me, I take it very seriously because I share with a lot of people and they put their trust in me. And for all of us who share with our families, our friends, they're putting their trust in you and we're putting it into Sunrider. And I have 100% confidence. I want to always remind you, there's no allergens in this. There's no wheat, there's no whey, you don't have to worry about dairy. You do not have to worry about processed sugars. You don't have to worry about yeast or corn extracts. There's no added preservatives. There's no pesticide. There's nothing here that would harm you. This will nourish you. And sometimes when we nourish ourselves, we cleanse. That's important. So always remember that if you find yourself suddenly urinating a lot, forgive me, or you find yourself in the bathroom or for a couple days your skin breaks out, that's not a negative. That's cleansing. And we want, as we take in brand new, better quality nutrition into our bodies, we want our bodies to let go and release what no longer serves us. So everybody just relax with all your emails to me about my skin broke out. It's okay. Cleanse. It's good. It's good. Let it out. Okay? So I'm going to start with a few products tonight, and then we'll jump into asking, you can ask some questions, and then we'll talk for everybody who wants it about hormones if you'd like. I'll do a couple weeks on hormones for you, especially because not only is it my past, but it's also my own journey. But I want to start with, because you all asked me about, well, not all of you, but at least 32, I counted this week, asked me about 3 of the exact same products. So I'm jumping into them. At this time of year, no matter where you are, guys, no matter where you are, it's still autumn. And there's 2 really wonderful products that Sunrider has that are in liquid forms that make a really big difference in not only boosting our immune system and helping our skin to cleanse, but also regenerate and not keep it as dry, right? We want to keep it moist, and also keep our digestive tract healthy and purifying itself. And this time of year, a lot of times we're going to find ourselves in that category of feeling dry. And for those of you that are in climates that are very warm, I get the same emails from you because a lot of times you're in the air conditioning or your skin feels it's drying out. For those of you in the cooler climates like myself, same thing. When we're outside and that cool air begins to hit, our skin, our insides, our outsides, we start to dry out. And that concept of hydration, how do I hydrate inside and outside, right? So that everything is supple and healthy and cleansing and bringing me into fall and also into a renewal time. So the first one I really want to cover is evergreen. And a lot of you drink this only in spring. And I learned that this week when you all asked me about it. So I want to share with you that evergreen is absolutely one of my favorite products, but it's my children's absolute favorite product. They call it green drink. Always have from the time they were little. And they crave it. And they crave it during fall all the time. And I want you to hear what Sunrider says first and foremost. And then I want you to think about your own life for a minute. Am I only drinking this in the spring when I think I need leafy greens? Or if I feel that I have osteoporosis and may need leafy greens? That's not the case. We all need evergreen for a healthy gut. Sunrider states that evergreen provides a really easy way to get the powerful antioxidants. And remember, antioxidants build you up, okay? Powerful antioxidants and phytonutrients of all the dark, leafy, green, and leafy vegetables, all of them, whether they're seasonal to the spring, to the summer, or to the fall. And for all of you who love kale, this is even better than kale, and it's easier to digest. But this is a way to get all of your dark leafy vegetables in one drink. And they provide nutrition that goes beyond, I think, what a lot of you think. Sunrider states that it's powered by liquid chlorophyll, right? Evergreen enhances energy by supporting your circulatory system in the transport of oxygen, nutrients, and other elements to your body systems. This is the key, guys. Here we go. You ready? When we talk about supporting your circulatory system, I want you to think about this for a minute. We're talking blood flow. We're talking about your blood, the health of your blood. We're talking about oxygenation. We're talking about the transport of everything you take in and how it's carried to every system of your body. Every organ requires you to have red blood. This chlorophyll, if you ever squeeze a little bit of the juice from a leafy green, you'll see it's got a dark, almost bluish green tint to it. The molecular structure in these vegetables is very close to the molecular structure in your red blood cells. And your red blood cells can suck this up. I mean, it just literally drinks it up and uses it. And what it does is it fortifies your red blood cells with these antioxidants, these amazing phytonutrients, but it provides the body energy. And it allows the energy to transport all this nutrition to all your systems. And it oxygenates them. So you suddenly feel like you're getting fresh air. You can breathe better. The heart pumps better. The gut works better. And chlorophyll is known to cleanse all of that debris, all that constipation, all the issues we have from whatever foods we eat, whatever we drink, right? Whatever our bodies, the digestive tract holds on to, it cleanses it out. It gets into the nooks and crannies so that you are not just in a state of having healthier bowels, but your digestive tract, which is, well, I always say it's the train. Everything you eat has to get on the train and get carried somewhere. It's the train, and if that train is filled with debris and there's blocks and there's sluggishness and metabolism is slow and hormones aren't working great and kids aren't hydrating properly, everything is sluggish in the gut and none of the nutrition gets anywhere. And what the chlorophyll in this evergreen does is get that train moving through the gut. Everything gets cleansed out properly, and now everything can be transported properly. And hydration changes. All of you will see this because we require water to carry, right? Your blood is going to get too thick. We require water to carry all those nutrients. The blood needs it. And so when we are dehydrated and when we are either not eating properly or we're sluggish, that train is just at a standstill. And we're all in treatment mode again. Same with the children. And so what Evergreen is doing is it's going to transport by making sure that train moves smoothly, everything's cleaned out, oxygen is in the red blood, everyone breathes better, lungs are better, everyone's thinking clearer, kids are studying more efficiently, all of you, your memory is improving. This is just to name a few. You'll notice varicose veins improving, circulatory system improves. You'll start to notice everything from the headaches, right? The cold hands, the cold feet, everything that we know my circulation isn't great right now. It's because somewhere in the body there's sluggishness, and this gets rid of all of it. Not only does it do that, but your body will love the clean energy. It's going to give enhanced endurance, long term, and it will reduce recovery time. And so for all of you, whether you're on a baseball field, right? Whether you are recovering from any imbalance and illness, whether you just are going through something in your life that's challenging, whatever it is that requires recovery time, this allows for this to go much faster because the blood is healthier. Some of the amazing parts to this has to do with the peppermint oil in it, because this is what aids in your digestion. And as I said before, when the train is running smoothly and the circulation is more efficient, the digestion is better. And it's the peppermint oil in here that'll calm your digestion. So you'll notice for everybody who's having the acid reflux, which is so prevalent in this season with a lot of the foods we eat, but it's just become very prevalent with everybody in stress. And I'm just going to just state that acid reflux is for a lot of reasons. But there are a lot of children that really struggle with their digestive system does not work wonderfully. So for everybody, I want you to know that drinking a little bit of Evergreen, put it in some water, dilute it, allow it to have that water so it carries it, like we just talked about, throughout the digestive tract. So the circulation works better, the digestion works better, but it won't suddenly start coming back up on you. So halitosis or bad breath is better. You'll notice for a lot of you that have the lower abdominal bloating, gas, right? Irritability, yeast, all of it, better. All from Evergreen. That's how important chlorophyll is. And as we go into this season, and I would love for all of you really to feel good and to understand that we have products that truly can get you back on track and make a difference. This is one of them. And I want to read you two things, and this is from Sunrider's own product fact sheet that is directly from their website under Evergreen. And it states some of the benefits. And this is just to kind of reiterate what I just shared with you. Provides these powerful antioxidants and phytonutrients. Remember, those are the nutrients that build you back up. It supports and gives you long-term endurance. You can go longer and lots of energy. Because think of what it feels like when you feel sluggish. That zaps your energy. This takes away the sluggishness. And now I'm talking about really the sluggishness of the gut. It supports, as we just talked about, that transport, the train of oxygen and nutrients to get where they need to get. So you have fresh air in your brain, in your lungs, right? In your body, where you can take that deep breath and you actually feel it. And you actually think, my goodness, how is it that I'm thinking clearly today? How is it I feel this good and my energy is so easy? It shortens your recovery time even after a workout. It's going to promote healthy circulation, the blood flow, as I shared with you, and digestion. And we all need this. We really need this. And a lot of times we end up in so much treatment because of this. And this is a product that truly is life-changing. And for all of you women and young girls, I use this with my own daughter. This is amazing during your cycle because there's a lot of blood flow. And we need to replace, right? We need to replace and rebuild the red blood cells. For those of you that struggle with low iron level or anemia, or these things are just, it may just be genetic. This is a wonderful product for you. But this isn't the only reason to use it. And my point, guys, is to show you that a lot of times we use a product only if we think we have an issue. But this is about having a better quality of life. One other thing I think is really important to state is under their ingredient highlights. And one of those ingredients is iron. And iron is very important. And Sunrider states, and iron is also very constipating for any of you who've had to use iron before. What this states is that this essential mineral is needed to maintain overall health. It's an integral part of the hemoglobin molecule. That's your red blood cell. That's your blood. Found at the center of the red blood cell. This is critical for your life. Hemoglobin aids in that transport that we were talking about of the oxygen I can breathe from the lungs to all tissues of the body. So if you can breathe better and your lungs, right, are healthier, you are going to have healthier tissue from head to toe. That includes your skin. So I want you to think, and I am reading, you can all go right to this product fact sheet. You can print this out, hand it out, give it out. Everybody benefits from this. Everybody. So this is not just about someone who's not eating their green vegetables. This is about why everybody needs evergreen. Everybody. Okay? All right. Product number 2. And then you guys can all ask your questions. It's another vial. And when I say vial, they look like vials and they're in boxes of 10. And this is a product that I share with you a couple times a year. And here it is again. And that's your VitaFruit. And for all of you like myself who had to study Latin, you all know that vita means living. And you'll see a lot of what Sunrider has in their lines will say Vitadophilus, VitaFruit, right? Vita Light, Vita this. That means everything's alive. And so just as we were talking about evergreen, those are living nutrients. What I'm about to share with you now with VitaFruit, it's living, it's active, it's alive. Don't microwave it, okay? Our VitaFruit, we just covered the greens. Now I'm going to cover a super juice. Our exotic blend of herb fruits is pure nutrition. It's a super juice. It's high in vitamin C, and it heals, guys, your skin. And when I say your skin, I always like to remind you, skin from head to toe, inside, outside. And this will create that glow that you all are looking for and stop all of that dryness also in your body. Sunrider states that it's a super juice for your skin. See buckthorn fruits, monk fruit, you can read this, okay? And other amazing collagen facilitating ingredients. But this one, vitamin C, it combines, right, all of the important amino acids, all of the vitamins that you need in whole fruits to boost the skin's health, which will boost your natural beauty. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the skin never gets looked at for some reason. Your skin protects you. Your skin is your protective coating. And so we talk a lot about the organs inside our body that we don't see, but we see our skin. And if your skin is starting to age rapidly, or you're noticing that everything looks dry, you're noticing that all of a sudden, right on the elbows or the knees or under the eyes, there's that crustiness. Or with the kids, there's a lot of sudden blemishes and the breakouts. And what is happening is that is the body internally trying to cleanse. And usually our cleanses go through our skin. But our skin, like all our other systems, is an organ. It's our largest organ. It's also our largest cleansing organ. And we have to treat it and take care of it no different than we are taking care of our blood. The elements, right, outside, inside, foods we eat, everything impacts our skin. And you want to keep your skin as healthy as possible so that you feel good in it and it feels good taking care of you. But more than that, I want to remind you that the tissue, your organs are all made up of tissue. Whether it's your kidneys, think about it, the lungs, you want the lining and you want your organs, you want everything inside to be as healthy as outside. Vitafruit does that. Sunrider states, which I love, is that the sea buckthorn fruit is rich in collagen, so it's plumping. But that it facilitates skin hydration and the renewal of elasticity and what we call cellular regeneration. You want that. You want regeneration at the cellular level because that's to make new again. Vitafruit is that significant. So for all of you this season who are either looking at your skin and saying, I could use a little help, or your skin is aging, or you also want you to think about it. You're using different organs more than somebody else. You have asthma. You cough a lot, right? I want you to really think about this. Am I using this product effectively? Really? For all of you, for me, I had a lot of scar tissue. Oh my gosh, I had 19 surgeries. I had so much scar tissue. Scar tissue became my health challenge. I wanted to nourish my tissue so that it was healthier and not overproducing. There's a lot of reasons that I'm bringing this up, but the biggest one for all of you is so externally, you'll start to see the hydration. You'll notice that the dryness isn't there anymore, that you start to get that glow and you look healthier again. Internally, I promise you, you will have healthier organs, and that's equally as important. A side benefit of Vitafruit is it's a whole food version of vitamin C. So it boosts your immune system. And I have to tell you that if you want to connect the dots a little bit, especially during this season, and for all of you who live in warmer climates, we've talked about this many times, skin cancer is rampant. And we all know how to protect our skin with sunscreen. But I want you to nourish your skin internally. I want you to come from the inside out also and make sure that you are protecting your skin from skin cancer. Vitafruit your answer. Vitafruit your answer. Okay? So for all of you, I want you to take a look at this. you can get right on Sunrider's website. One of the best questions I think that was asked was, can I drink this one without water? And I'm always going to give you the same answer. I always will believe this. Water is a carrier. The more water you drink, the more hydrated you are, the faster the nutrients are going to get where you want them to go. Every time you all open your vials and you drink, and that's wonderful. If you're following it with some version of liquid, great. But with the kids, with those that are only drinking this and think that they don't have to drink anything after it, your best way to get the maximum benefit from these vials is dilute them. Vitafruit is lovely for those of you that want to put it, it moistens your throat, it can stop a tickle, stop a cough, all those great things. But in terms of truly getting that transport we talk about, dilute. You can dilute it in your Fortune Delight, you can dilute it in your Cali, you can dilute it any way you want, but just don't microwave, okay? So, Evergreen and Vitafruit, wonderful, important, not just treatment, but builders for us and protectors for us. All right, the last two, and then you guys can ask all your questions. Two of my favorite products for this season, and I think that these are two important products that a lot of you are not using, and they both are what we call still stem cell, right? From a different perspective, but it's a stem cell type of regeneration, and this is for your skin. And the first one is Dr. Chen's Refining and Lifting Cream. And for all of you who struggle with loose skin, who love the concept of a facelift, for all of you who love the concept of elasticity, tightening, brightening, rehydrating, this is your product. This is my favorite product. There's no question about it. I would go without many things and not this. I love this that much. And I would just want to read you two things that Sunrider writes about this, because a lot of times people look at this as an extra product, just as they look as Evergreen and Vitafruit as extra. But this is, as we age, our skin requires different nutrients, right? So Sunrider states that this special formula produces amazing age-defying results by using the latest in modern skincare technology to dramatically, and I mean it dramatically, reduce the visible signs of aging. With continued use, that's your key statement, continued use, not I use once and see if it works and put it on the shelf. Continued use, the restorative formula, you will have skin that literally will feel like it was 20 years ago. The restorative formula appears to lift away fine lines and then preserve it so you don't go backwards. That's what regeneration is. You don't go backwards. Once you're there, you get to be there and stay there. Preserves the appearance of that youthful, healthy skin. And it'll take away the tired, dry-looking skin. That's the key. It will repair, renew, and it's a remedy for the dryness, the environmental stresses, and the irritation that a lot of you have and that most of us would like to prevent. The key here, though, is for anybody who ever thought they used it and then it would go back to where it started. I want to remind you, cellular regeneration means you go forward and you regenerate to a new place. There's no going back. Okay, I always say if you lose 10 pounds because you gave up butter, you'd have to eat that 10 pounds of butter again, put it back on. It doesn't just show up. So your skin during this season of dryness, not only will it take on a healthier look, but it will restore it. It will repair it. This is more than just for those of you that like the lift. I personally think for everybody over the age of 30, this is imperative. And for those of you younger who feel like your skin is already aged, start using it. Every day use it. Every day. And then in my opinion, it goes hand in hand with something that I think is equally as important, and that's Dr. Chen's youth emulsion. This is cutting edge. But again, this is about repairing, and it's repairing after stress or dryness. And especially for everybody who, women who've gone through menopause or perimenopause, and the skin ages much quicker and dries out. And men also, you get very dry skin, and sometimes you only start hydrating it when you notice it. Hopefully there's a prevention to this. But Senator states this powerhouse formula defies the visible aging with a scientifically advanced Swiss apple and French grape stem cell. It's cutting edge, which prevents wrinkles, fight free radicals. And guys, free radicals are the things that cause skin cancer. Fight the free radicals and inhibit the UV damage that damages your skin. It's plant-based squalene, which is olives. And the B5 hydrate and protect, while the skin plumping peptides will support collagen production. You'll get that little plumping. But you will notice smoother, firmer, so to go with, right, the refining and lifting, where you start to notice the wrinkles are gone, or they are reducing, the dryness is gone, there's a repair cycle. And then what this does is then firms it, and you'll notice it smooths it, and defines it, and protects it. These are beautiful together. So I want you to take a look at these online. You'll see with the Dr. Chen, the cutting edge of resveratrol, which is all over the market, and squalene. And again, I think that sometimes we miss the importance of really a little bit of prevention. However, at this stage, for a lot of you, beginning today with these products, hydrating your blood, getting it healthy, getting the Vitafruit, right, into the skin, you will now, all of you, will notice less dryness, more plumping, less wrinkles, but my key is to keep that skin protecting you, right, that it doesn't get damaged. All right, questions, everybody, comments, your experiences.
Hi, Karen.
Karen, hi, Rich. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
You can both talk.
Nina can talk first. She's way better looking than me.
Nah, Rich, you didn't use the stuff, huh? Okay.
But I'm bummed.
That's enough on the planet.
I'd like to have you, Karen, please give us an idea of what order to put these on.
You mean in
what
terms
comes on first? Cleanser, toner, and then,
you know what? I will post it right on the Dr. Dees site because I have it sitting right in front of me. I'll post the entire order. I'll take a photo of it.
like what comes first? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Thank
That
you,
is
Rich.
no problem. And always remember, thinner first, thicker at the end, okay?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Rich, go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment about the Vitafruit, especially because when we're talking about internally for the tissues, I was drinking it every single day after my surgery for my leg, and the healing was just unbelievable. So it was, I did all the some other stuff too, obviously, NBC and all the beverages, but I added in the Vitafruit, which I normally use on a daily basis,
For the tissue repair.
Oh yeah, the doctor was amazed. So.
That's an interesting point, Rich, because someone just said to tell you that they used it after they had cataract surgery, and they weren't using it consistently either until then, and and the doctor was shocked at the repair post their surgery, and they're attributing it to the Vitafruit.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was complaining that I can only move so much, and he goes, "Are you out of your mind?
Right.
It's only been 3 months. You shouldn't be moving at all." So I'm
There
like,
you go.
so beyond what's expected. You know, I mean, I'm only doing what I'm allowed to do. I'm not overdoing or anything. You know, if I don't do it at PT, I don't do it at home, kind of a thing. But it's just the actual heal. Now it's all strengthening, because the healing, I think, from what he says, it's healed. It's like 100% healed.
So proud of you.
Building up, you know, the calf muscles and so forth.
So proud of you.
It's just
Good.
Sunrider all the time. Actually, before PT, I did my fitness brigade this morning, and before I went to PT, I quickly we had these little hand blenders. I threw some Nuplus in there with a couple of pieces of fruit, Sunnydew, drank that, ate a sunbar on my way to PT, and I had energy, and I wasn't tired. So it's just eating these things, not when you need them, but before you need them, and being consistent. I say this all the time, and so do you. It's the consistency of using these products that really make the difference.
I love that you say that and you live that, because that's the key, and that's what Sunrider says. It keeps saying over and over again. It's not just using them when, you know, to treat it. It's being consistent and avoiding some of the pitfalls. So, and having a better quality of life. I'm so impressed with your journey. Thanks, Rich. And thanks, Nina. Anyone else? Okay, I will take a photo of the order of how you use the skincare. I'll post it. I will also go over hormones for sure next week, but I just want you to know that you can certainly just shoot me an email and I'll give you some suggestions for your friend, okay? Marlene, would you like to jump in, or Donna, and just share what else is coming up tonight?
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Marlene. Thank you so much, Karen. Fantastic information. As always, I'm drinking Evergreen while we're talking. And
Good. I have a feeling Mac is too. Go ahead.
probably, I already had one this morning. I'm doing a second one tonight. So anyway, so right after this call is the Rising Stars call with Bob and Donna, and you can find a link on the Rising Stars Facebook page. And I believe that's the only other call that's for tonight. And it's great.
And
team
that's
call.
yes, it's a wonderful team call, and I've posted it also on the Dr. Dees page, and you can just ask to be invited to that, and I'll let you into that also. I will post this on the Dr. Dees page, and then you can all utilize it, okay? But I want you guys to really go into Sunrider's website and take a look. If you haven't been there in a while, click on those product fact sheets. Get familiar again. It's not just about memorizing or learning. It's about just kind of being in awe, right? That these foods can do so much, and that the consistency is really the key for all of us. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Good night.